Gentlemen, let me tell you something straight and simple in 2025. Your peace is priceless. The world we're walking into, it's noisy, chaotic, full of people trying to pull you into their drama, their negativity, their small thinking. But you have a choice, a powerful choice. Don't waste your energy on reactions. Don't waste your breath on explanations. Sometimes the strongest move is the quietest one, cutting them off silently and moving forward with grace and purpose. Let's break this down. In a world filled with distractions, negativity, and external pressures, the greatest asset you have is your peace. And let me tell you, your peace isn't something you can afford to give away lightly. You can't control what other people do, what they say, or how they try to pull you into their chaos, but you can control how much of yourself you give to those situations. See, most people won't respect your boundaries, but that doesn't mean you should let their lack of respect compromise your inner calm. You have to get real with yourself about what's worth your time, your energy, and your peace. Not everything that comes your way deserves a reaction. There are going to be moments when people will test you, provoke you, or even try to tear you down. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can react, or you can choose to protect your peace. In a world where everyone's shouting to be heard, the true power lies in choosing to be quiet. Not because you're scared or weak, but because you understand that engaging with certain people in certain situations is like adding fuel to a fire that doesn't need to be lit. You can walk away, move forward, and keep your peace intact. When you protect your peace, you stop giving your energy to things that drain you. You stop allowing the negativity of others to seep into your own life. You stop reacting to petty disputes, meaningless drama, and people who thrive on stirring the pot. Instead, you focus on what matters: your growth, your goals, your family, your well-being. And let me tell you, when you choose to protect your peace, you create an environment around you where only the right energy can exist. Your silence becomes a shield. Your calmness becomes a fortress. In the chaos of the world, your peace stands as a beacon. People will see it, they'll feel it. And those who truly understand it will respect it. It's not about being passive, it's about being proactive with your peace. And as you make this a habit in your life, you'll realize that the more you protect your peace, the more clarity you'll have, the more confident you'll become, and the more focused you'll stay. Your mind will be sharper, your decisions will be stronger, and nothing, absolutely nothing, will be able to shake your foundation. Because once you understand that your peace is a non-negotiable, you start living a life where you no longer allow anyone or anything to disrupt your inner balance. You become unbothered by the noise, the chaos, and the drama. You stop reacting to situations you have no control over, and instead you start creating the environment that aligns with your vision and your peace. That's real power. You've heard it before, talk is cheap, but let's be real, talk is often the easiest thing to do. We all know how easy it is to say something, to make a promise, to speak about what we're going to do. But let me tell you something, the real test of your character, your integrity, and your strength lies in your actions. Words might win an argument, but actions speak truth. In a world where everybody is talking, where everyone has something to say about how they feel or what they want to do, it's the person who shows up, who puts in the work, who lets their actions be the proof of their intentions that stands out. You can tell someone you're loyal, but until you show up when it matters, until you're there in the trenches, those words don't mean a thing. You can tell someone you care, but until you act in a way that proves it, those are just words echoing into space. Now, I know you've heard the saying, don't just talk the talk, walk the walk, and it's not just some cliche, it's the foundation of true influence. We live in a society where actions are the currency that buys credibility. The person who talks about their plans and does nothing about it, they're forgotten. But the person who talks less and does more, that's the person who earns respect. That's the person people look to for real results. And that's the person who doesn't need to convince anyone of their worth. The power of your actions is that they leave no room for doubt. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to justify your decisions, because when people see you moving, when they see the energy, the consistency, and the commitment behind what you do, they get it. Words can be deceiving. But actions can't lie. They can't hide. They tell the truth every single time. In relationships, whether personal or professional, people remember what you do, not what you say. You can promise someone the world, but if you don't back up those meaningful actions, you'll lose them. People are looking for people who show up, not just show up physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And when your actions align with your words, that's when you become a force. When it comes to cutting someone off silently, don't just talk about the boundaries you're setting, show them. Don't just tell them you're done, make it clear with your actions. Remove yourself from situations that no longer serve you. Walk away from the energy that drains you. Be quiet, but be firm. Let your actions paint the picture of the life you want to build. And soon people will understand that you are not just someone who speaks, but someone who delivers. When your actions do the talking, the world listens. Letting go is one of the hardest things we ever have to do in life. It's like holding on to something that's comfortable, familiar, even if it's dragging us down, even if it's not serving us anymore.